Good evening. Thanks for joining us. The government shutdown, the longest in U.S. history, appears to be on the verge of ending. Fox 7's Alec Nolan here in the studio with us with the latest on that. Alec.
Yeah, Mike, we have entered day 43 of this historic government shutdown. The House in session as we speak for the first time since September 19th. Now, on Monday, the Senate passed a funding bill with a 60-40 vote, 8 Democrats breaking ranks to get it over the line. That measure has moved to the House. We expect a final vote within the next hour or two if all goes according to plan. If passed, it would head to President Trump's desk for final approval. That legislation would keep the government up and running until January 30th. But over the last 40 days plus, we have seen millions of Americans impacted by this shutdown, more than 40 million without SNAP benefits, more than 600,000 federal workers furloughed. All the while, airports continue to delay and cancel flights. Our chief political reporter, Rudy Koski, actually ran into Republican Senator John Cornyn at the Austin airport following the Senate's vote.
This is one of the most meaningless, futile, desperate gestures that I've seen in all the time I've been in the Senate, and it hurt a lot of innocent people who didn't deserve to be hurt.
Democrats, of course, opposing this deal because it does not immediately extend tax credits under the Affordable Care Act, in essence, kicking the can to January, Mike.
You know, this whole time, these subsidies for Obamacare, the sticking point, have Republicans said anything about, are they going to negotiate? Do they have their own plan? Anything on their side?
Yeah, a lot of people criticizing Minority Leader Chuck Schumer for not having this a part of that funding bill in terms of extending these tax credits. So they've been asked about this. Hey, if you don't have this Obamacare plan in, what's your plan moving forward? Speaker Mike Johnson has come out and said, we don't want to show our cards. We don't want to tell you everything. Another senator, Bill Cassidy, out of Louisiana, has suggested taking that subsidy and actually putting it into the hands of the consumer in sort of a personal savings account, if you will.
Spend it how you want to spend it.
Spend it how you want to spend it. Find the coverage that you want rather than doing it through the insurers. So we will see what happens. Maybe instead of Obamacare, we'll see Trump care.
And the House is going to be voting on the continuing resolution. In fact, here's a live picture right now.
Right.
So they're voting right now.
Yes, they are voting as we speak. We expect this thing to go over the line. Of course, the Republicans have both the House and the Senate. Of course, 8 Democrats having to break rank in the Senate to make this thing go over the line. But unless by some miracle or Hail Mary we expect this thing to pass, and hopefully the government reopening after 43 days.
Yeah.
Mike.
Okay. All right. Alec Nolan, thank you.